Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. In this one we are taken to the planet of Dathomir where we have to face a squad of droids led by General Grievous, and to get max rewards we do have to use a full squad of Jedi units. So as always I'll cover the modifiers, the feats, show you the teams, their mods, and explain some of the key mechanics that we'll be utilizing to get max rewards. If not interested in all of these details, you can skip through to the battles using YouTube chapters below as always, but otherwise let's just get started first with the modifiers. So global modifiers for Dathomir Dark Magic, very simple and short. Every 10 turns all defeated units will be revived at 50% health. But see, there is no note, these revives can't be prevented. So in both battles that I'll be showing you, I'll be actually utilizing a way to prevent revives so that we can take out Grievous, he's not coming back, and then we can just clean up the rest. Okay, there we go. Now moving on, player modifier has some critical damage stacking for Jedi. I don't know, I didn't really particularly notice making a whole lot of difference in here. In terms of droid allies, what you will notice is obviously the protection recovery. So whenever they do damage somebody with a target lock, they will be recovering protection, and that's why they'll be quite beefy. It'll take a while that you take them down. So modifier is very simple this time. Obviously we're going versus Grievous, so we all know how that works. When he falls below 100% health, he'll put a mark on somebody. So again, you will have to find a way to get around it. And again, both teams will have a way to get around Grievous's mark. Alright, so let's move on now to the full squad of Jedi feat. Yep, and then we got these two other feats here where you have to attack 20 times out of turn and also remove a 400% turn meter. Now, especially this turn meter removal is again one of those feats where you don't know did you remove enough turn meter or not. At least attacks out of turn you can sort of count if you do want to, but definitely having a counter there would help a lot. But we'll see how it goes. So the first battle I have here for you today will be a Jedi one. Now depends on your exact Jedi lineup, you may be able to do this all in one go, attacks out of turn meter removal as well. In my case I wasn't able to get attacks out of turn, but I did get a turn meter removal done. So I will be going with General Skywalker lead. And why you say that? Because his leadership will prevent revives, but it will also prevent revives for allies as well. So bringing in Julie under General Skywalker lead is not very useful because he won't be able to revive your guys anyway. Another thing that General Skywalker brings is obviously his AoE there. You will start off with an AoE and you will have to land a daze on B2 just so that B2 stops getting all that bonus turn meter. And as well on his unique, as you probably know, whenever General Skywalker critically hits an enemy, he's increasing their cooldowns. So this will a little bit also help us keep these guys under control so they don't take us out too quickly to begin with. Moving on, Revan is obviously there for mark, so we can get around Grievous's mark on his own, so we'll just be able to keep going after Grievous. Bringing in Hermit Yoda for obviously his healing ability, but most importantly his Master's Training, on top of other stat boosts, will be giving plus 50% potency to our General Skywalker, ensuring that he lands those days reliably on B2, because otherwise B2 can resist those. I'm bringing in actually Obi-Wan Kenobi here. Probably this spot instead of old Ben is kind of optional. Probably if you do have Jedi Master Luke, you can bring him in, or maybe Jedi Knight Luke. I just like him there for the taunt, and obviously once he sacrifices himself, when he gets killed, he boosts everybody's turn meter, protection, offense, and obviously for his mind tricks, removing turn meter, and then as well landing offense down. And most importantly those ability blocks, because you will definitely want to keep as well Droids under control there, at least in beginning. And finally you need some firepower here, so I'm bringing in Grandmaster Yoda, so he'll be kind of one of the main damage dealers here, as well as keep spreading foresight so we can keep avoiding all those attacks from the enemies. Alright, let's hop into battle now, and depending on your turn order with your Jedi, depends how it goes. For me, Hermit Yoda went first, so I put Master's Training on B2, targeting B2 not to trigger his turn, then swap here with Old Man. He pushes turn meter, applies ability blocks on everybody, spreading foresight with Grandmaster Yoda, and then you just have to go all out on Grievous here. There is no really other way to get around it. As you can see, these guys are very beefy. We're hardly doing any damage to them. And there we go. Alright, they're doing a few attacks of their own. Now let's get on tap with Old Ben. 2 on AoE. Just keep pushing. Gotta go all out on Grievous. Heal up. Foresight up as well with Hermit Yoda. Okay, there we go. Just keep pushing. Keep attacking Grievous. Let's again spread those buffs. Avoid that AoE. Perfect. Keep pushing. Keep going. So you can see we're barely scratching here, Grievous. Time to swap turn meter. Let's just swap with John Skywalker. Hopefully he can finish off Grievous. That wasn't quite enough here. Alright, he's in the red now. Come on. Get him out. Wasn't quite good enough. Anyway, there we go. Another mass assist and boom. Down goes Grievous. And now from here on out, just kind of a cleanup job really. I mean, Droids can still obviously cause some issues. There you go. He went into damage immunity. So I have no way with this team composition here to really dispel that from him. So I will probably lose one of my guys, but doesn't really matter. You know, without Grievous, these guys don't have a whole lot of firepower left because I can't go straight for Droids. I just turn my attention to Dark Trooper now because he also can do some big hits on your guys. Alright, they took our old ban, not an issue. Let's just go ahead here, finish off Dark Trooper. As you can see, days there from John Skywalker, really keeping B2 under control. Mark Dark Trooper, get him out, spread some buffs. There we go. Droids lost damage immunity, put it on auto, and boom. There we go. So this team for me was able to complete obviously the full Jedi team feat and also turn meter removal feat. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting they would complete attacks out of turn feat for me, but they didn't. So I do have another team for you for the second battle in this video that can do turn meter removal feat as well as attacks out of turn. So it really depends, like if your Jedi can only do the Jedi feat, there is another team that I'll show you now with Vader lead that can get this job done for the remaining feats. So obviously going here with Vader lead because not only damage over times will not expire, but also we do have a 50% chance to remove 20% turn meter with Empire and Sith allies, which is huge. Bringing in Thrawn here, obviously for his Fracture. Fracture removes turn meter as well. Gideon here will be your main source of turn meter removal with Control the Situation. Now, in this case, you know, I couldn't make him that fast because he's not gear 12. So it really depends a little bit how turn order again will go. Then Brood Alpha, so we get that Brood that we can keep bringing back, so we keep having a tank there to take hits from Droids and Dark Trooper. And finally the AoE here, Dispel from Brood Alpha as well, can remove turn meter. Now Watson Bor obviously is important for his tech because weapon tech will prevent revives, but also when he's assisting, whenever who has tech on them uses special ability, Watson Bor will be called to an assist, and then his basic will be giving them damage over times on the enemy, again allowing Vader to throw big culling blades when you need to, and it will also help you with turn meter removal. So there you go, lots of turn meter removal on this team. We've got damage over time stacking, attacks out of turn thanks to Watson Bor, so this team should be able to complete all of the feats except the Jedi for you, depending on what's left after you've done your Jedi battle. Alright, weapon tech over on Vader, so we can prevent revives whenever Vader defeats somebody. Let's target Grievous here, Gun Merciless, so that what is called to assist, putting damage over time on Grievous. Force Crush again, targeting Grievous, so what there puts some more extra damage over times. Go around, do ability blocks, especially landing ability block on Droids will really help you here in the beginning. Okay, there we go, perfect. Now because my Gideon is slow, he didn't get a turn yet, so before I do anything I'll swap turn meter with Gideon, push back turn meter, we control the situation. Okay, I'm just going to keep actually attacking B2 until I get Fracture over on Grievous. There we go, got a Fracture on Grievous, perfect. Okay, we got buff immunity on our Brute, so he won't taunt, so let's just go ahead, cleanse that off. With a special attack there. Just keep targeting B2 now, just kind of stalling out the battle until Vader gets to another round of Merciless, so he can then take out Grievous. Let's put another tech over on Grief. Okay, alright, that's fine. Let's actually drop an Armor Shred over on Grievous, so hopefully we can one-shot him when we go into Merciless. Alright, so yeah, let's go into Merciless, again targeting Grievous, so what is called to assist, more damage over time, boom, took out Grievous there. He's not coming back because weapon tech, remember, prevents revives. Now it's just a case of here stalling out the battle until your Gideon gets his second control the situation ability out, just to make sure that you really removed enough turn meter. Possibly you wouldn't need to stall the battle out because we do get some turn meter removal, you know, from Watt's assist, and then as well any attacks from our Empire units. But you know, without counter, I'm not really sure did I do that or not. So just to be on the safe side, stall the battle here. Now luckily you do have to burn here for 4 stacks of Dark Troopers, so you do have lots of targets to hit. Just make sure that Vader doesn't finish off B2 there, because then B2 won't be coming back. So you know, remember, we need more targets to remove turn meter from when we do get another control the situation here online with Gideon. And as soon as you got that on Gideon, there we go, I got now my second control the situation out. Let's push back turn meter, and now we can just go ahead and finish this battle, because 2 control situations should be more than enough to get 400% turn meter removed. And CG, if you're watching this, you're probably not, but please give us a counter for the feats, especially for these turn meter removal, health recovery feats. These feats are very hard to track, so it's pretty much guesswork, did you do it or not. And there you go guys, finish the battle without any issues. Again, same as the Jedi one, I did the attacks out of turn 20 times. Now, as mentioned before, this team would do the turn meter remover feat for you as well, but I've only done it with Jedi, which I wasn't expecting. So again, depending on what Jedi lineup you have, you know, it depends what feats you will have. Obviously, if you do have Galactic Legends, by all means do use them. But as always, you know me, I try to find teams that are as accessible as possible, so that most people can find these videos useful and helpful. Alright guys, let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server how you are getting on with today's challenge. But until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.